Hi there, boys and girls. This is Mary. I am one of the Sparks leaders. I am coming to you today with our first ever Awana lesson. So happy that you are here with me. I am actually in our Sparky's room. Going to have our lesson for today, read a story to you, and talk about this verse that I got behind me. So let's get started with our story. The book that I'd like to read for you today is called This is the Day. This is written by Amy Parker and illustrated by Lisa Hernandez. Just to let you know, there's going to be one question that comes from our book and two questions that's going to come from our verse, John 3:16. So make sure you're paying attention to the story. So this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And that comes from Psalms 118:24. This is the day. Wake up and away. Let's rejoice and be glad. Yes, this is the day. And all of the animals are responding. God created this day. He made it for you. And he filled it with things just for you to do. Don't dilly, don't dally. Take this gift and run. Don't dawdle. Don't tarry. Let's go and have some fun. There are teeth to brush and clothes to try, hair to comb, and shoes to tie. There are plays to play, all things bright and beautiful. Giant slides to slide, silly songs to sing, and rockin' rides to ride. When you're done with all that, what else will you do? You just never know what's waiting for you. No matter the weather, sun, snow, rain, or gray, you can still make it count. Yes, this is the day. Feeling topsy-turvy or angry or sad, you can still make this day the best that you've had. When it's dark or scary, stand tall and be brave. You can smile your big smile and wave a big wave. Don't give up, don't give in. Let God show you how. Remember, He's got this. No stopping you now. And when all is happy and bubbly and bright, find that person who needs God's bright, shining light. When you take all that joy and spread it around, you make this world better. You make it go round. Make every second count, soak up every bit, and when the day is done, you'll be proud of it. Yes, this is the day. Right now is the moment. It's yours. Don't delay. Step into the sunshine. Yes, this is the day. So boys and girls, this is something I want you to think about and an answer that you can write down. So I want you to find some paper, maybe talk to mom and dad if they can help you write the answers down. You're going to have 3 answers to write today. The very first thing, the question is, what is something that you did today that you're proud of? Just like our characters in our book, when they thought about, even when things were tough, they pushed forward. They thought about how God's got me. I can do things that might be tough. I might feel angry about something and I can still move forward. Or you can find joy in your day. Or maybe you help somebody else find joy. So I want you to think about, what is something that you did today that you're proud of? And have mom and dad write that down, or you write that down on your paper for today. Okay, boys and girls, so the next thing that we're going to work on is learning our key verse. So behind me on the wall, you see our key verse, John 3:16. This is such an important verse for us to learn because it tells us what God has done for us and why he's done that. So let me just read the verse and have you listen. And then I'll do a little bit of explaining about some of the big words in that verse. And then I'll give you your 2 questions that you're going to write answers down for. So let me read John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. So one of the first things that we usually talk about with Sparkies are some of these big words in here that might not make a lot of sense. And the first one is this word right here, begotten. Sometimes kids will think that that is the word forgotten because that's the word that we know because we don't use the word begotten anymore. But the word begotten here doesn't mean the same as forgotten. The word begotten is really, really important. And what it means is the one and only. So Jesus, the Son of God, was his one and only Son that he would ever have. So it's important that we have this word and we say this word correctly in our verse. Begotten. Say that with me right now. Begotten. Very good. The other big word that we talk about is this word right here. Perish. Shall not perish. Perish is just a fancy word that means die or to get old and like yucky. Sometimes we use that words today if we might talk about perishables, foods that will go yucky if they don't stay cold. So you might hear that word when you're talking about foods that need to stay cold so that they don't perish. That means get yucky and die. So in our story today, or our verse today, it means whoever believes in him, believes in Jesus, shall not perish or die, but have everlasting life. And our next big word that we're going to talk about is everlasting. Everlasting means forever and ever and ever. It keeps going and going and going and going. So what this verse tells us is that God loved the world so much that he sent his one and only Son to the earth, that whoever believes in Jesus, his Son, will be able to go to heaven and have an everlasting life. So our body still will die, perish, but our soul will get to go to heaven and be able to live on with Jesus and God there. So that's why this is our key verse. It's so important that we know this verse and that we practice this verse, and eventually you're able to say this verse without looking at all. Okay, so here are the 2 questions that you're going to write the answers down for. What is the name of the key verse that we studied today? And what does it mean? What does the word begotten mean? So our first question is, where do we find our key verse? What is the name of our key verse that we're studying? And what does the word begotten mean? So have a conversation with your parents and have them write those answers down. When we are able to be back at our church building, you're going to bring your paper with your answers down and you'll be able to get some Awana bucks for them. So boys and girls, it was so good to see you today and to read the book. This is the day with you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Come back next Wednesday and we will have another lesson for you. Bye.